That's not a flashlight. I forgot that my flashlight was no longer on 5. There we go. That's a flashlight. We probably needed that explosive for something, but that's okay. Here's the radio. A sawmill key. Don't mind if I do. Now we're cooking with gas. No, give me... There. So keep the package in the locker room, huh? What package is in the locker room? Ah! That package is in the locker room. So what do we have going on here? Stolen duffel bag. A sealed duffel bag bearing the yellow stag. Well, we're not friends with the yellow stag boys. So, let's open it up. Goodies? What? Rhino jelly flume. Corvo skull. Somewhat resembles the skull of a crow, but something about it is off. When you hold it, your breath becomes measured, your arm steady and firm like steel. My, what generous pocket space you have here. We're gonna have to drop some of this stuff. We're not carrying all this stuff back. We can't. So I guess what we're going to do... Let's get rid of this gun. We'll use the Magnum. Actually, as much as I hate to say it, I kind of like the shotgun. It did pretty well. So we'll hold on to that. We still need a gun. Get rid of the PKP. I do want to hold on to one of these jackets. So here's a bit of an awkward situation with my outfit situation. I believe this militia jacket is better than my conscript uniform, but if I wear it, I have to take my mask off because otherwise they'll think I'm a insurrectionist. The thing that sets S.T.A.L.K.E.R aside from Fallout is the inability to carry the entire map in your back pocket. I'll be honest with you, I don't really like Fallout. It's not really my thing. I can't really explain why I'm not a fan of Fallout. It's just not for me. So I wanna keep the militia light armor. We can drop the jackets for now. Because they're heavy. They're at 1.2 kilograms a piece. They are super heavy. We can drop the less valuable guns. We'll keep one of the compact rifles. Drop the carbine. Some of these I want to sell. Let's see. Then again, we're with the military. Do we even need to sell anything? I don't have an answer for that. Let's eat these beans, shall we? Beans. Don't mind the entire friggin' arsenal there. It's all good. Alright, let's get some healing. We'll use... I don't know if I want to use any more of my healing right now. But I think I am going to... I'm gonna drop one of these militia light armors. I don't really want to... I mean, 90% movement speed isn't that bad. It's just slightly reduced. But I'm hoping if I disguise myself as an insurrectionist until we get out of this area, we'll be less likely to get shot. That's what my hope is, anyhow. We'll see if it actually works. Lockpicks, nice. What is that? Is that a squirrel? Alright, well, goodbye. If anyone survives your visitation, they're going to be seriously upset about the mess they'll have to clean up. It's fine. We'll just make unpaid interns do it, probably. I don't even know if there's anybody still alive in here. So I have this confident lie thing, which means I won't risk compromising my disguise if I walk right up next to this guy. What is up, fellow insurrectionist? Ooh, I can trade. Catalog of various hostile forms of Fae found in the zone. You want my spray paint? Yeah, there we go. More reading time. Let's go. Fae are diverse as they are mysterious. It's said they arrived in this world during the Threshold that ended humanity. Many forms of Fae are harmless, some even intelligent. However, within the exclusion zone surrounding Port Rail, many are quite dangerous and aggressive. The following are various accounts of harmful and malicious Fae that should be avoided by stalkers in the zone. Hesh. The Hesh are insect-like Fae beasts that mostly live underground, but they can be seen coming out of their burrows on rare dark nights in search of food. Timid creatures moving in large groups, though they will attack if provoked. That's a great picture of one. Mostly harmless, as long as you can avoid them. The Knot Deer. Large, hulking, hairy beasts. Legend says they manifest from the corpses of wild animals. We all know about Jeremy. Violent and highly aggressive, attacking just about anything they see, hear, or smell. Though they are dangerous, stalkers are encouraged to kill them on sight whenever encountered. Firebird. A rare and ferocious form of Fae, the Firebird often stalks abandoned industrial areas as if looking for something. Should it get aggravated, it will chase down its target and attempt to immolate them with a torrent of flames. The Handyman. On occasion, an unwary stalker might find their eye wandering, only to have themselves snatched up and taken off their feet by one of these deadly beasts. They wander slowly and silently through the abandoned waste, rarely going out of their way to pick a fight. However, if you should look directly at one of these handymen, they'll grab you from across great distances, pulling you in and attempt to maul and mutilate you. We've run into these guys. In a past life, not in this one. Often they will try to grab at the victim's head and face with their many hands, pulling it into their maw. Perhaps to try to gouge out the offending eyes that spotted them. If you get pulled away by one of these foul beasts, try your best to look away and run. I couldn't get any photos of a handyman. There are other types of Fae in the zone, especially further north, but I'm not dumb enough to go north. So I don't know jack shit about those. Well, I mean, at least he's honest about it, right? Alright, let's get out of here, shall we? Are you gonna be mad if I steal your stuff? You know what? I'm not taking the risk. Do these lights even work? What is the point of you? Alright, let's get out of here. Knowledge is worth 1,000 cans of Sprayed. It's all good. Alright, where's the road out of town? It's over here. So we're gonna have to take off our disguise. We could probably take it off now, actually. Let's see. Put on the let's take off the face mask. It's gonna be a tricky thing, because this armor is technically better. I just have to be really careful about what kind of face mask I wear. Because if I wear the wrong kind of face mask, I'll attract the ire of the military. Alright, and hopefully our journey back will be as quiet as this one. I'm sure it will definitely be this peaceful the entire time. Nothing bad will happen. So here's the problem. I can't run around with my flashlight on because everyone and their mother will see me. But I also need a flashlight to see, and thus we have the conundrum. I'm just gonna kind of stick close to the edge and hope that nothing dangerous approaches me. The good news is that they can't really see me either when my flashlight is off. They can probably hear me, though. Alright, we should be good. I hope. Yeah, alright, we finally get to... Sound like I need night vision goggles. Yeah, that'd be great. I'd love to have some night vision goggles. Do you have a pair? Can I just borrow yours? Because I don't think I'm gonna be getting any anytime soon. Unless the military are generous enough to give me one. And something tells me they're not going to want to do that. Yet. Alright, let's call the tram, and we'll go from there. I really wish this tram would go a little bit faster. I get that's the point. They want you anxiously waiting over here. They don't want you to have, like, a safe haven that you can just run to immediately. Alright, let's go. We'll turn this quest in and we'll see what the game will offer me as a reward. Hopefully it's night vision goggles. That would be great. But somehow I doubt I would be that lucky. A helmet would be nice, though. I'd love to get a helmet. Alright, we should be safe here. Unless the military randomly hates me again. No, I'm still good for the moment. Okay. I should look and see if there's a place to sleep here as well. I don't suppose you'd let me sleep in here, would you? No, that would be stupid. Hello, fellow soldier. Armory, base command, requisitions. Okay. Let's go turn in this objective. Alright, so that gives me a requisition form. So let's go to requisitions. That's you, right? Hello. Ah. Combat officer's helmet, tack light, and a HUD. Binos and a shortwave radio. That's terrible. A heavier combat weapons. A combat rifle, sniper rifle. That could be pretty nice. A bazooka. A dead bridge gate keycard. No night vision goggles. I kind of hope that this would have night vision goggles, but it doesn't. But I also think that this might be what I take. The idea of better armor and better equipment just sounds nice. Although this is also tempting. The medical bag or the better weapons, but I think we're going to go with the armor. Not dying is very good. Alright, and this standard armor, it's definitely better than the light militia armor. Yeah, there we go. Look at that guy. Look at him go. I think him is actually her, because I think I had the female voice, but it's fine. We don't worry about gender here. Alright, do you guys have a bed that I can sleep in? Can I sell to the armory? Will you take my crap now? You cannot sell at this shop. You still cannot sell at this shop. Well, that's just stupid. Who am I supposed to sell to then? I guess the strange shop. Oh, I'm gonna have to go to the strange shop to sell stuff? I mean, I can do that. It's just a walk. Alright, let's see if we can find... I don't think these guys have a bed anywhere, unless it's down below. We could take a look down below. I haven't actually looked down below yet. These are all storage things, yeah. Let's come down below and see if there's a bed down here. Yes. All right, here we go. Okay, we're not stealing. Apparently these lockers are not off limits. That's good. And we'll sleep for 3 hours. Okay, it's still dark, but as we get out, the sun will come up. So we should be good to go. I'm just kind of afraid to touch anything in these buildings because I don't know what the game's going to consider stealing or not stealing. Like, is this stealing? I don't know. I mean, I can do the workbench. How many toolkits do I have? Is it just the one? It is just the one. Okay, so I think this is what my game plan is going to be. I need to get to the odd shop. The odd shop is over here in the M35. Which means we have to go back to Crossroads. And then we have to go to the M35. From there... Am I going to kill the broker? Here, let me go back and look at the missions again. I do need to get revenge on that broker at some point. For what he did to me in a previous life. All I did was touch his door, man. That's it. Nothing bad. All right, let's head this way. We're gonna head back up. We're gonna get another contract. So we have a couple of options, and none of them are great. All of these contracts are likely set up to be quite difficult. Because you're already getting like a standard kit gear, basically. And all of the requisitions are actually pretty nice. At least of the ones that I've seen. I don't know if more will open up later. Probably not. Alright, so we have Piggy Bank. Locate and eliminate the black market broker. Tempting. Tempting. Infiltrate the E206 lab. Terrifying. Terrifying. Retrieve Kemp's financial records from the Port Rail Bank. The leader of the insurrection, Dillard Kemp, has scrubbed all of his public financial records during his previous term as NFTA chairman. Intel suggests the bank offices in Port Rail may still have some copies of his financial records. He even may elucidate as to where the insurrection is securing their funds. Search the bank offices and recover any intel related on Dillard Kemp's. Or raid Dr. Mobius's lab. Oh no, this is head north into the Stone Maze. I don't think I'm ready for the Stone Maze just yet. Maybe we do this one. Where is Port Rail? And let's see. We'll take this contract for the broker. I don't think we're gonna get it done just yet. So, like, this is Port Rail, right? Yeah. I always called this Metropole, but apparently it's called Port Rail. That's okay. So we need to go to the M35, then we'll head to Port Rail. We'll deal with the broker, and we'll go from there. We'll try to deal with the broker. We'll see what happens. Alright, that's the shotgun. That's the not shotgun. 3006 rounds. We don't actually have a lot of 3006 rounds. Well, maybe we'll be using the Magnum a lot then. 45 cal, 12 gauge. Yeah. We may be using the Magnum a lot, and that's okay. Alright, we have our orders. We also have a headlight, which is really nice. I always like having helmets that have lights on them. I don't like having lights on my guns, because whenever you, like, get close to a locker, it, like, rips your gun up into the air like that, which, realistic, yes, but also really obnoxious when you're trying to look at things. That is really cool, though. That is a cool effect. Like, I kind of hate it, but at the same time, it's actually really clever. Look at that no man's land down there. All right. Let's see. Onward to the M35 then. Okay, we do have our military stuff on, so that's good. So far, now that I've actually managed to pull off some missions for the military, it's kind of interesting to be on this side of it. I hope they expand on the content in the future. But right now, it's just kind of go on to the wasteland, kill prominent character XYZ, raid their base, take their stuff, and move on with your life. They worry less about money because they get all of the good stuff from the military. Which, again, interesting way to differentiate the different factions there. I think this is the way we need to go, right? This is a terrible place to stop and look. Yeah. Yeah, this way. So there are valuables in here. And unless it changes, I know where they are. Great. I hope it doesn't change. No, I lied. I hope it does change. I hope it's not in the same place every time. But we're gonna test it out. We're gonna see what happens. Those are all locked. We don't... Oh, we do have lockpicks. Nice. All right, well. I'm gonna raid the fridge. That's where all the good stuff is kept. Was that silverware? Oh, it was. Nice. Shotgun rounds. That's good. Let's see. Another knife, a dead bug. Dead bug. And then up here... I just heard something enter below. That's okay. We're safe up here. All right, let's take a look at this note. Sawmill note? No. Farmhouse note. Yes. Steals a shovel because how dare you lock your front door? Yeah. Broker was right about this stuff I'm starting to think I've got here is worth a lot more than money. Out of his right eye, the scarecrow spots what lays beneath the stones. Okay. It doesn't seem like it's changed at all. I get it. I understand. But it would have been really cool if it changed locations. If there was like a certain like set number of locations it could be at. But no, it's just over here. Man, I'm really bad at switching weapons. I can only imagine how many times that has killed me over the course of my hours and hours playing the game. I need to get better at just using my scroll wheel. That's why it exists. Yeah. Alright, out the right eye. Should be here. Yeah. Yep, no changes there. And is this actually any different? Or is this the same stuff? Stardust and a glow sprout. It's the same. Okay. Alright. I mean, that's fair enough, I guess. It just kind of sucks that you can use, like, past knowledge in future playthroughs. I guess it's kind of inevitable in a lot of ways. But, yeah. It's fine. There's a lot of variance in the game as it is. That's not really a big problem. It's just, if you know where things are, you could very easily get a leg up early by just, like, pre-game knowledge. Okay. Let's go on to the M95, shall we? This is the road I want, right? Yeah. Usually I follow the train tracks, but I don't think it actually matters. Train tracks or the road, I think they'll both lead you to the same place. But yeah, like, just as an example, the plane wreck. You get a mission to go to the radio tower to get a transmission that reveals the location of a plane wreck that's actually fairly easy to get to if you know where it is. Actually, I should be raiding the train. And you can kind of use that to get like a nice injection of money early on. I know sometimes I've found artifacts in this area on the train, so that's why I always have to raid the trains. There can also just be great stuff here, too. Don't get it twisted. There's some value to be had here. Ooh. Combat knife. Toxic gamer person, thanks for the follow. Hopefully it's just a name and you're not actually toxic. Okay. I hear something. My phone vibrated because I got a new... I got a new follower, and I'm like, oh, I have no idea, buddy. Okay, well, I have rules in my chat. This is all good. You're gonna say it? Don't say it. Don't do it. I can still ban you. I have the power. I have the power. I don't care that you broke your elbow last summer. What? I didn't break my elbow last summer. I just heard a footstep. Oh, it's one of those things. Okay. Alright, let's see if the strange shopkeeper hates me. I hope she doesn't. I don't think she will. Or they. My bad. That's my mistake. Friendlies may not recognize me. Okay. What's up? Why, hello there, valuable new customer. Yeah, it's a military run. We're part of the military. This is our first 9 Lives playthrough, joining the army. Nothing bad happened before. I promise. I didn't immediately steal from the military and die multiple times. Selling to this vendor will impact your reputation with the military. How much? How much will it affect my reputation with the military? What if we sold... Here, we're just gonna sell that. Does the military hate me now? No, it's 10 rep points. Faction questline needs a bit of polish, but you like the idea. Yeah, I agree. And it's important to keep in mind, this is an early beta. It's crazy to think about. This is an early beta of the game. There's still so much that they're going to be able to do in the future. And they probably will do in the future. I've lost track of how much I sold to them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're only going to sell like 3 more things to them. We're going to sell, let's see. The copper wire? I guess. The radio transceivers? That would probably be better. Alright. I don't think I want to risk anything else. Yeah, they're kind of irritated about that. That's too bad. Yeah, the game's a lot of fun. Like, even if you couldn't join the military, like, it's not something that they needed to add to the game, and the fact that it seems like they're going to is really nice. Reclaimed sausage. So I was really hoping that they would have night vision goggles or something. They do not. Unfortunate. Alright, but we made some money, so that's good. But we're not going to risk selling any more to them because it reduces my reputation every time I do. But we are going to go to the broker. We're going to try to get some revenge on the broker. I wonder if it would be worth it to just use the Stardust to go back to base and then walk to Black Lake. I think so. I think that would make sense. Deserve a generous amount of deference considering that you believe there are only 2 devs. Yeah, I'm inclined to agree. Did I stop by the armory at the Dead Bridge base? I did, yes. They won't let me sell anything there, though. So that's why I went to the strange shop. I didn't have any money to buy anything from the armory, so I had to sell stuff to get money to buy stuff from the armory. But yeah, now I am aware that, like, I believe that the hello, crate. Interesting. I believe that even this game, like, the base of this game is built off of another game that they made. I don't super know the deep lore behind the devs, but I seem to recall hearing that somewhere. I wonder if there's something buried there. Oh, of course. Of course, it's a spooky red one. Okay. Can we get to this house before the effects wear off? I hope so. Spooky house. No, why is the spooky house locked? Okay, well, that's fine. We broke in. Show me the money. Ah, darn. Okay, so we're back at Dead Bridge. For people, they've done a really good job. I agree. So we're going to leave some stuff here. We're going to leave the artifact here, the Tesseract. We're probably going to leave this Tesseract here as well. Holding on to that serves no purpose. We're going to leave the 9mm revolver here. It's going to be like a backup weapon in case we do die and we need to do a corpse run. We can eat a lot of this food. That'll free up some space. You gonna eat the artifact? The glow sprout? Not yet. Not yet. Use the damage, though. The blue one? This one? Oh, it applies a random permanent aspect to my character? Huh. This sounds like a terrible idea. Let's do it. Sometimes you will bleed small pools of acid in lieu of blood. Great. I can't wait to die in my own acid blood. That sounds like a great way to go. All right. All right, let's see what's at the Xenomorph perk.